They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back looking for help. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Broncos offense will have the first possession of the game. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
I like a nice quick decision by your quarterback, see what the defense is doing, and again, know where that yellow line is, go get to it, and get the first down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Scanning the field, it's Lowry. Got his man quickly. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. And the Broncos are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Buckley. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Buckley. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Looking to throw for it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense registers their first sack, and they're bringing pressure from the second level. They're going to do a really good job in this game changing up the looks, trying to confuse this offensive line, and they did it there.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So Oklahoma's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The kick is on its way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quick completion to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Broncos back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They got him down pretty quick. They're set up now at the 21-yard line. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Already a solid start to this. Back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And back to the air on second down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. With the catch, it's Burks. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the break. It's Western Michigan on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He'll heave it deep. Makes the catch on the left. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Using his legs to buy some time. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to keep it in the air. Moving out to the right. This time it's complete. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Sooners are flying down the field. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's Gibson. Good, solid tackle.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires on the move. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punt.
Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Brings it down on the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Huggins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his back in the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Uncorks one to the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback running on the draw.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Gets rid of it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Broncos will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He'll do it himself. Makes it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got a step and just dusted the field.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds his big tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Quickly out to the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air. It's Lowry. He's got the back in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Broncos can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in on the left. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Broncos will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll pull it down.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease...
Looking to take a shot. Brings it in down the left side. Open spaces. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Sooners.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Leary. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turning it on! And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Buckley. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air, it's Mateer extending the play. He throws back to the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the returner is stopped. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Rides the back on the option to give. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls it in. It's Leary. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Broncos come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Here comes the Heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
There he goes.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll ride the hot hand. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dances away to buy time. Fires to the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Hauls it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Bring in the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Crosses the 30. He's got away. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game.
Touchdown Sooners! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Just feeds the running back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Now facing a 3rd and long. Jones wants to throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. Caught at the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you've got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. And the Broncos are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Still looking. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Keeps it going. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Broncos! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. The Sooner offense returns to the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got the 1st down and more.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
The give to the tailback.
That play right there is the type of play that will get offensive coordinators fired. That single run right there wiped out a huge chunk of their offensive production today. That was the equivalent of the Great Depression for this offense. That running back should be benched after making a run like that.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the 1st down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Using his feet to buy time. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time,
And they fake. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. They knock him down in the end zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.